everyone, Assalamu alaikum. We have studied about the gestational trophoblastic diseases and we discussed the pathogenesis, the genetics of the gestational trophoblastic diseases. That is that of now we discuss about the H mole, the types of H mole, the pathogenesis and the genetics of H mole. Then we discuss about the clinical features of the H moles and the complication of H mole, the differential diagnosis and the investigation of H mole. Now today we are going to discuss about the counseling and the treatment option for the H mole. So the patient came to know about the H mole either by vaginal bleeding and passage of vesicle, or accidentally by doing an antenatal doing an ultrasound in the normal routine checkup. She came to know about the H mole. Now if the patient has complete H mole, there will be no fetus, so we will counsel the patient that it is an abnormal pregnancy and it has no fetus, so we have to terminate this pregnancy. While in case of partial mole there is a fetus, but the pregnancy is abnormal and there are very less chances for the survival of the fetus, and there is a very high chance of the bleeding can occur anytime. So we will tell about the bleeding, we will tell about the abnormal pregnancy, and we will counsel the patient that this can progress to the choriocarcinoma. And during we will also tell that after termination of pregnancy you can conceive within 6 months, and in this period you have to use the barrier method for the contraception. You have to use the barrier method for the contraception and you can conceive within the 6 months. Then we will tell the patient that if you conceive after 6 months, you have to come for follow up, because there are chances of recurrence of H mole, and the chances is about 20-fold in the second pregnancy. So this will be the counseling of such type of patient. Now the treatment, the aim of treatment is to remove the trophoblastic tissue from the uterus, as well as to remove the trophoblastic tissue from the body. In some cases, if we remove the trophoblastic tissue only from the uterus, the extra uterine trophoblastic tissue sometimes resolves spontaneously. Now before the treatment, we have to do some important investigation. We have to do her HB estimation, her blood group and cross matching, X-ray chest and T3 T4 estimation. HB estimation to rule out anemia, because if she had anemia, bleeding can occur in the procedure, so we have to correct the anemia. And blood grouping is done to arrange blood for transfusion. X-ray chest is done to know about the pulmonary mets, and for the pulmonary mets, we in that case we do chemotherapy. So to know about this, we will do X-ray chest. And T3 T4 is done to know about the thyrotoxicosis and to correct this condition before treating the patient. Now, which treatment option are available? Suction method is available, and hysterectomy, hysterotomy and chemotherapy. The treatment of choice in this case is the suction. We do suction under general anesthesia. We shift the patient to the OT, put in lithotomy position, pass by a wide bore cannula, maintain the IV line and give ringer lactate. We do not give oxytocin before this treatment, before suction, because oxytocin causes rhythmical contraction of the uterus and can lead to embolization. While we will put the patient in the lithotomy position under general anesthesia. We will pass speculum pervaginally, and then we have to pass the suction curate. We have to pass the suction curate. The suction curettage will be carried in the negative pressure, and due to this negative pressure, all the vesicle will comes out, and we will send these vesicle for histopathology. Now, after the procedure, there is a risk of bleeding, so we have to control the bleeding. There is risk of excessive bleeding during the procedure and after the procedure. So this bleeding is controlled by giving the IV argometrin 0.5 milligram, because argometrin produces sustained contraction and can prevent blood loss without causing embolization of the trophoblastic tissue. Argometrin produces sustained contraction and it can prevent the blood loss and it cannot cause the embolization. And we can also give oxytocin, but after the treatment, after the procedure. If we done the procedure and do the ultrasound and there is no remnant left within the uterus, then only we can give the oxytocin to prevent blood loss. If there is any remnant of the trophoblastic tissue left in the uterus, then we will avoid the oxytocin, because it causes rhythmical contraction, not the sustained one, and the rhythmical contraction has a high chance of embolization, while ergometrin causes sustained contraction, there is a less chance of embolization. So we will give in selected cases only after the procedure, if there is no remnant left within the uterus. Only in that cases we can, but the choice medical choice is the IV ergometrin. And we can give NTD prophylaxis. In complete mole there is no need of NTD, because there is no fetus exist, but in the partial mole we have to give NTD after the procedure. Then medical termination is rarely used, no need of medical termination. But if the fetal part has formed in the case of the partial mole, and these fetal then we do not apply the suction method if the fetal parts has developed. If the pregnancy is beyond 20 weeks, if the pregnancy is beyond 16 to 20 weeks, then usually fetal parts develop, and these fetal part can lead to suction of these fetal part can lead to uterus rupture. So in that case only we can induce the labor by giving oxytocin or progesterone, only in that case if the fetal part exists. Hysterectomy and hysterectomy. Hysterectomy is a C-section, but before the age of viability. It is a incision given per abdominally to remove the trophoblastic tissue and the product of conceptus in case of partial mole, and in case of complete mole only to remove the trophoblastic tissue. And this incision if give per abdominally before the age of viability, if the incision given before the age of viability, this is called hysterectomy. But if someone give incision after the age of viability to remove the product of conceptus, then it will be called C-section. So hysterectomy is in the earlier time it was this method was used, but nowadays it is obsolete and we don't use it is used very rarely. Hysterectomy is also very rare procedure, but there are some indication in case of uncontrolled life threatening hemorrhage, which is not responding to treatment. Uncontrolled life threatening hemorrhage which is not responding to treatment, in that case we can do hysterectomy. If there is heavy vaginal bleeding after completing the chemotherapy, if we do chemotherapy again there is heavy vaginal bleeding, and this heavy vaginal bleeding will be due to arteriovenous malformation. And if the patient on the patient choice, we can do hysterectomy only if the patient is older and she is multipara and had completed her family, then only we can do hysterectomy. But both of these are very rare procedure, very rarely they are performed. The best procedure for the removal of the trophoblastic tissue is the suction method. After suction method, we have to follow up the patient for at least 1 to 2 months. After evacuation, 81% patient do not need any further treatment, but 90% need chemotherapy because they have pulmonary mets or any other mets of the trophoblastic tissue. If untreated, it can lead to invasive mole and choriocarcinoma, 16% and 3%. So we have to follow up the patient for the measurement of the HCG. For the measurement of the HCG, to know how to rule out any remnant tissue left in the uterus, and to ask about the in the history to ask about the bleeding, and in the history to ask about the CNS sign symptom, the GIT sign symptom, and the pulmonary sign symptom, because metastasis to this organ is common in case of gestational trophoblastic disease, that is in case of HMOL. So we will measure HCG both in the urine and as well as in the serum, and it takes a longer time to become undetectable. Usually it get undetectable within the 8 weeks after the procedure. After the suction, the HCG become undetectable within 8 weeks, but sometime it may persist for the 6 month, and it is very unrare. It is very common that it get fallen it get to its lower value, and its level fall within the 6 week. It's common. HCG measurement will be done every 2 weeks. Normal HCG is 4 international unit per liter. If do not comes to normal within 8 weeks, then we have to follow up the patient up to 6 months. Indication for chemo: if the HCG is raised after evacuation. If we do evacuation and the HCG is there, it's mean that some extra uterine trophoblastic mets are present. If the HCG is more than 20,000, if the HCG is raised for 6 months or beyond 6 months after evacuation. If HCG is raised beyond 6 months, if it is raised after evacuation, it means that there are some mets present, or there is some remnant left in the uterus. And if there is heavy bleeding, it will show us that there is intraperitoneal or GIT mets. So in that case, and if there is brain liver GIT mets, and if on X-rays the opacity are more than 2 centimeter, so only in that cases we will do chemo. So in which cases we have to do chemo? If the HCG is more than 20,000 and persists more than 4 week after evacuation, 4 or 12 week after evacuation. If the HCG persists after 6 months, if this is very raised value, so 4 week. If the HCG persists after 6 months, and if there are signs symptom of brain liver and GIT mets, and if there is heavy bleeding, and if there is risk of choriocarcinoma and on histopathology. Things to avoid: we don't have to give oxytocin before the treatment. We don't have to give misoprostol and misoprostol, and we do not have to induce medically, even in the case of partial only in the case of partial mole. If there is pregnancy beyond 20 weeks, then we can medically induce. Otherwise, we do not have to induce medically. It can cause embolization and can cause complication. So this was all about the gestational trophoblastic diseases and the H mole. And thank you. If you people are liking my video, please subscribe to my channel and share my videos. Thank you.